I've never experienced that ever. She had probably the worst night's sleep.
And this has been brutal.
And that's it. Once again, the car is all packed and we are ready for another Friday night car camping adventure. And it must be said, I am very happy to have my trusty friend with me for tonight's car camp. First things first, we need some petrol. And welcome to the M25 on a Friday night. What could possibly go wrong? That person cutting me up. So this week we are travelling out of Kent and we are going to Surrey. The reason why we are going to Surrey is I have another run. So this is the Maverick run that was cancelled a couple of weeks ago. So the run itself is at a National Trust location called Polesden Lacey. Now in true me DG style, I have messaged Polston Lacey to see if they'll let me car camp overnight, and lo and behold the answer was no. Sadly, no overnight parking. I already knew that, but there's no harm in asking. I was trying to find somewhere to car camp close to Polsden Lacey so I don't have far to drive in the morning, and I had found a couple of really nice looking car camps on Google Earth actually, and they looked really nice, really quiet, nice lay-by, opposite a church, blah blah blah. But to be honest, I think I'd rather be as close to Polsden Lacey as possible. So what I've done, I found a residential area that appears to have a back exit to Polsden Lacey. It's going to be a proper residential stealth camp again. The Polsden Lacey is very close to a well-known dogging spot that we've all seen on YouTube already. Now I was going to park there, but to be honest, the problem with parking in the dogging spot is that I'm just going to be tired in the morning because everyone's going to want to get in my car, you know, and I've got to join in the activities just to be social. So that's why I'm choosing to really park where I am, stealth residential, because I need my beauty sleep for the run tomorrow. Okay, and we are now only 5 minutes away, so we should be there, well, very soon, in 5 minutes, strangely enough. Okay, and we're here. We're on the road that I saw on Google Earth, so we will take a drive around and see what it's like. It's very hilly, and there's a car on my backside, so I'm just going to pull in here, let them go past, because they obviously know where they're going, and I don't. There they go. So what's quite handy with this road and what I could see on Google Earth, so many houses have hedges. So basically what I need to do is find somewhere there where I'm not directly opposite someone's house, but I am next to a hedge. So we'll carry on driving down the end of this road and we'll see what we can find. So I've driven to the very end of the road and I can see where the footpath is to get to Polsden Lacey. But I think I found the perfect spot. It's relatively flat and I've got a hedge that side and I've got a hedge that side. So this should be perfect. So first things first, I'm going to put the car straight into stealth mode.
So in addition to adding all the Velcro to the back windows like you saw on my last video, what I also did, and I didn't show you, was I sorted out some more Velcro on the blackout curtain to make it even more blackout. So the way I do the blackout curtain, I have this extendable curtain pole up here, but whilst it was total blackout, it didn't always sit fantastically well around this bit here. So all I've done to fix it is, as you can see, I've put 2 bits of Velcro either side of that side airbag on both sides, and I've put a bit of Velcro down the very bottom here. So there was Velcro here, so now you've got Velcro there, 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 and all the way down the bottom. So all in all, it does make it now very blackout, both at the curtain and at the back. Once the curtain is up, there's no light getting through. Having that Velcro on the sides just really helps to make it a lot easier to cover the arch in the roof. That's my little tip for now, and as you can see, it is instantly dark in here now with the blackout on, so I'm going to put the lights on. Now I'm going to do things a little bit differently today. Normally I'd be straight out on the trails having a little walk around, and I am going to do that in about 5 minutes, but what I need to do first is, for today's meal, I'm going to be using this again. Now the reason why I'm using this is because last time I used it, I basically didn't do it properly, you could say. I didn't put the food in it until I got back to the car from my walk. But if I put it in now, then by the time I get back from my walk, it should be nice and ready to eat. But tonight we will be using car camping favourites that only need to be heated through, so perfect for this. We will be having my personal favourite, chicken in white sauce, and to accompany our chicken in white sauce we'll be having some ready cooked peeled potatoes. Gotta have some mushrooms in there. You can't not have canned cooked sliced carrots. So let's get on with it. Yep, I like my carrots. That is the food all in, stirred up, plugged in, and that will happily cook away as we go out for a walk. So on that note, let's scoot off. Now what is good, because it is a dead-end road, it should help it be extra quiet here tonight, because there won't be any through traffic, only the traffic going to the few houses that are up this road, and there's not many of them. And look at that, it has taken literally 2 minutes to get from the car to the park up. And actually, what I didn't realise, this is actually Polsden Lacey. And it further confirms why Google Earth is so useful, because just by searching around the area is how I found this road, and it is absolutely perfect. And straight away we have reached a crossroads. We have a choice of not 1, not 2, but 3 different routes. I think we might try that route first. Being here now, I remember why we used to love going to National Trust sites, is because of the estate walks. So whilst going to the homes is interesting and seeing the past and seeing the history, actually the estate walks, in fact I can see an awesome view coming up now, the estate walks is what absolutely makes National Trust. The walks are amazing and the views are amazing, and just wait till you see this one. Now with views like this, I need to definitely get the drone out so I can show you a bird's eye view of the Surrey hills. But I can't. Now the reason why I can't is because I know National Trust operate a no drone policy. So I hope you enjoyed my little drone flight instead. Well, I think it's safe to say I've been quite lucky with the weather. And we appear to be at the Polsden Lacey car park already. And this here is why National Trust places are so good for running and walking, because what you can see are all the different routes that they have, which all in all make for either very good walks or very good runs. Well, I was just about to do a piece about how there's nothing here to say that you can't park overnight. There's nothing on the signs, there's nothing on the pay machines, and I wonder if this person here plans on staying overnight. Now it is a massive car park, and to be honest, it's such a shame you can't park in these places really. Well, this is really odd. Basically the site is open. There's no one here. It's completely dead. This is the most strangest walk around a National Trust place I've ever done. The grounds are basically open, but everything is shut. So I've got the whole site to myself basically, which is rather weird. So clearly there's a motorhome in that car park, and clearly there are still some cars left in that car park. So I'm interested to get to the entrance and see what it actually says there, and whether or not there are gates, because I would have thought there'll be gates on somewhere like this. It's a bit weird to have it open. Let's see. Well, there you go, the gates are shut at night. Well, at least from 8 PM they're definitely locked. So I'm not sure about that motorhome and what they're gonna do. Obviously I'm guessing they'll just sit there, and then in the morning when the gates open they'll leave. Don't know. Well, I've just found the start line for the race tomorrow. This is definitely the perfect opportunity to practice my finish line face. How's that? Any good? Okay, that's definitely the most fun I've ever had on an empty start line. I've literally never experienced that in any run event I've ever done. But as you've probably guessed, I am going to be recording tomorrow's run. But what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to do what I normally do now. I'm going to film a whole vlog, you could say, for the run. But what I'll do on this video, I'll just put clips. Well, as fun as this is, having a National Trust site literally all to myself, I think I might need to start making tracks back to the car, mainly because the cooker's on. It's been on for about an hour and 20 minutes so far, so I think by the time we get back it should be perfect. Okay, and there's the answer to the question. The moho has gone, so yes, parking not allowed overnight. I can't believe it is 8:30 and it is still so light. I do find this time of year to be particularly awesome for car camping, especially when I finish work at 5 o'clock and I come out and I have hours to walk around and look around. And in terms of a walk like this, that really was awesome. I've never experienced that ever, walking around an entire National Trust site on my own with no one else there. It was very cool. So before we look to see whether or not the food has actually cooked and how much the Jackery has used doing it, I really need a cup of coffee first because I've not had one for hours. Now I totally know you all noticed that last time I went car camping I was using a different thermos. I was using the baby one. Now the baby thermos only keeps hot for 9 hours. That means it is perfect to take with me and use in the evening only, and then I can use its big brother, the 24-hour thermos, for everything in the morning. And that way I won't run out of hot water and I won't need to take the electric kettle all the time either. The time has come. Let's see if this food is cooked. So on the Jackery we have 64% left. So it's taken 36% for 2 hours. But the biggest question of all is it actually cooked through or not? Well, the verdict is it is definitely warmed through. It's not piping hot, and to be honest, I definitely wouldn't cook anything from raw in the car, but to pass some heat through something, it's not bad. It's fine for how I car camp. But the thing is though, even like this, I've had a fairly decent meal, and actually I haven't used gas in the car. And on a night tonight where it is absolutely sweltering in here, so after taking my jumper off, I am sweating, and I'm glad I've got my fan with me. But basically, I have cooked this meal in total stealth in the car. I've not used gas, I've not made the car any hotter than it needed to be, and yet I have a proper decent meal, which, dare I say it, isn't a pot noodle. So it actually does have its advantages even like this, and this is perfect for an overnighter because the Jackery's had more than enough power to power this, and I've still got a good 65% left, so that is more than sufficient to charge my batteries and my phone and anything else. Now this might be a residential road, but it's a quiet residential road. I feel relatively safe being on here. You're not going to get any bother really, to be honest, are you? And I think that's why I like it so much, because I know actually I'm going to feel quite relaxed being here. And I suppose the thing is as well, this in effect is a very practical stealth camp. So I'm stealth camping here because I'm going to be going for a run in the morning. So I'm literally walking distance from the start line, and it's just win-win. Well, as you can tell, the temperature in the car has come right back down to normal now. So I'm in the duvet and it is a lot more pleasant in here. So the fan is back in the storage box. But as it is now 12 AM, I suppose I should go to sleep. I will see you in the morning. Night night.
And good morning, and as you can see the weather looks dull and overcast and perfect for a run. Now unfortunately last night I didn't sleep particularly well. I think the car was on a weird kind of slope, and no matter what I did I could not counteract it. Now I used to have problems sleeping on slopes, but over time I got used to it. But I think this slope was a head to toe diagonal, so no matter what I did I couldn't lean into the slope to get rid of it. Even changing ends of the bed still didn't sort it out. So I'm not as refreshed as I normally am, but that doesn't matter because I need to get some coffee and have some porridge and get ready. I'll tell you what, this might be a dead-end residential road, but cars go bombing up this road, and these are obviously people that live on the road. They are flying. Anyway, I have worked out why my sleep was so poorly, and the slope was exactly what I thought it was. Just did the level, and the level is actually 4% that way and 2% that way. So that's exactly why I couldn't sleep last night, because my head couldn't counteract two different slopes in two different directions at the same time, and I don't think I've ever had that. We live and learn. That's what car camping's all about, isn't it? So today's run is a 24-kilometre run, which is just under half a marathon. So that is definitely going to be quite a challenge. I've done 9 miles here and 9 miles there, so I think I should be okay. But either way, it is going to be a great run in an awesome location. And now it's time to get dressed because it is now 8:10, so I think I need to get going. So in the cold light of day, you can clearly see that the road slants. I know you can't see it, but I can totally see it slanting that way now. But that's it for me. I'm now going to hand over to the run coverage, and I will see you at the end of the race. There's nothing more exciting than when you're walking up to the start line on race day. Now the good thing with Maverick runs, there are different choices of lengths you can do. Long, medium and short. That's 24k, I think 14k and then 8k. Oh, now I'm finding this exceptionally hard, it must be said. I think because I haven't done much trail running recently. But either way, I was going to change routes and go for the medium. But you know what? Even though I'm running really slow and I'm walking the hills, I decided to carry on and go for the long, mainly because ages ago when I was doing a Maverick run, is the only event I've ever pulled out from, because I felt not, well, worse than this, but I just couldn't run literally, so I gave up. But I'm determined this time. I don't care what time I do, how fast I am, how slow I am, I'm just going to run the whole 24k in whatever time. And look at these views. And this has been brutal. And there is the run all done. It actually came in at just over a half marathon in the end, so it was a good 13.6 miles. And I am absolutely battered, but I have my new medal for my collection. But what I'm super pleased about is that I pushed myself. I could have quite easily done the shorter distance. I could have quite easily stopped, turned around and given up, but I didn't. I persevered.
I went on and I have certainly pushed myself far beyond my physical capabilities. But then the thing with running is it's about this as much as it is about the physical. And yeah, I certainly challenged the old grey matter, and I am so pleased to have succeeded. So I hope you've enjoyed this car camp and half marathon, and I will see you again in 2 weeks time, because in 2 weeks time myself and Mrs. Hobbies will be doing a two-nighter in Kent. So yeah, that will be super interesting to see how that all works out, and that won't be on a campsite either. So yeah, this edit on this video will probably be a little bit later than usual. I don't see myself doing much on it today, to be honest. I think I'm going to get home and sleep and then eat kebab and then try to drink vodka if I can stay awake. So until next time, take care.